Dr. Armstrong, thank you so much for being with us. You've had a busy day. For IRSA, having spent the day with the Minister of Small Business, Minister of Communications, and the Deputy Minister, DTI. Listen, it's been a big day for you guys. Let's start here. For IRSA, who are you guys? What do you do?
So we started as a partnership between three big universities, the Wits University, University of Johannesburg, and University of Fort Hare, together with Telkom and the Department of Telecommunications and Postal Services. And really what we're trying to do is bring together all these different conversations that we're seeing in South Africa around the Fourth Industrial Revolution. There's, any day of the week you can look at the newspaper and see a different conference or a different forum discussing the Fourth Industrial Revolution, which is great because we need to be talking about it. But what we want to do is really find a way to bring these conversations together, that we all start having a converging conversation rather than lots of diverging conversations.
Yeah, that's an important point. We spoke to a few analysts just this week in response to the budget speech, and there was a lot of concern around how little commitment there is in some of our resources, in our allocation of resources towards, technology and the Fourth Industrial Revolution and small businesses, which is both of them very important parts of moving our country forward. What needs to be done? How do we bring small businesses into the Fourth Industrial Revolution so that we are a globalized country?
I think it's first, with regard to small business, I think it's important to recognize that the Fourth Industrial Revolution is affecting them in a very similar way to it's affecting large businesses. So our demand is changing. The way the market is wanting our products and the demand for our products is changing. The way we produce those products in our core business processes is changing. And finally, the way we engage with the market, the way we package our products, the way we price them, the way we promote our products, that's also being disrupted in the Fourth Industrial Revolution. That affects big business, it affects small business. I guess the advantage that small businesses have is that they are far more agile, they're more nimble, they can respond quicker. And the good news for small business is that in the digital economy, speed wins. Speed beats scale almost every time.
Yeah, that's correct. For a small business now that's watching, I think sometimes people get lost with all the jargon, right? We say Fourth Industrial Revolution and technology, and people already unplug because they imagine that they need these very high-level skills as a small business to move with the times. But perhaps you can talk to us about a few opportunities that are available for any SME living in South Africa or operating in South Africa to start moving in a futuristic direction, and where, at the very least, some of the information can be found.
So I think there's a few areas. So firstly, small businesses, as I say, they're smaller, they're more nimble. They're often much closer to what the customer actually wants. So being closer to the customer, they can listen and they can actually find niche opportunities that big business will be slower to pursue. I think the second area that small businesses can really move forward on is getting a digital presence. So get your own website, make sure that it is optimized for search engines, get onto Facebook, get onto Twitter, get yourself a digital profile. A third area is, often this is where small businesses struggle a bit, is to just stay current with the skills, to make sure that we don't feel alienated or that we don't feel intimidated by the tech. So stay current, and you can do that. There's a lot of online resources available to do that you can stay current. And then I guess the fourth thing is become part of our conversation. So we will be having a Digital Economy Summit in early April. So watch the media about how to get involved in that process. We'll be having workshops in the run-up to that summit. We'll be having the summit, and there'll be a lot of things flowing from the summit. And it's really important for us that small business is part of that process. This thing we call the Fourth Industrial Revolution is going to affect everybody. So it's really important that the conversation around how South Africa responds and adapts also includes the inputs from everybody. And that's why it's important that we'd really like small business to be part of this process.
I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much for speaking to us, Dr. Brian Armstrong, Secretary there of 4IRSA.